The FHA loan is popular amongst buyers like yourself when purchasing a home because it allows you to buy with as little as 3.5% down. Even coming up with that 3.5% can be difficult. So today I want to talk through some down payment assistance that is available if you are considering using the FHA loan. I'm Nicole Nark, Arkansas real estate broker. Welcome back to my channel with videos to help you find your way home. First thing I want to remind you of is that your down payment does differ from closing costs, so let's walk through that briefly. Down payment is the money that's going to be applied towards the principal balance of the house. This is the minimum of 3.5%, and you can put down more with this loan type if you want to. Closing costs, on the other hand, are fees associated with your use of the FHA loan. FHA loans come exactly from the Federal Housing Administration, and there are certain fees associated with getting that loan type and the origination and everything like that. Now, these closing costs are usually 3 to 4% of your sales price. The seller can cover up to 6% of your closing costs with this loan type if you negotiate them in your initial offer. That's something to keep in mind. So just to recap, seller can help you with closing costs, but cannot help you with down payment. So let's talk about some different down payment assistance that's available if you are using the FHA loan. So there are two places that your down payment assistance cannot come from. It cannot come from FHA. FHA does not offer down payment assistance. And it cannot come from the seller. But if you're watching this video, you're more interested in where it can come from. Now, this is exciting because there's a lot more places that you can get assistance from. So if you have a family member who can give you funds, it can come from them. Your employer can even give you funds that can go towards your down payment. A close friend with a clearly defined and documented interest in the borrower can give you down payment funds. And the last thing is a charitable organization can give you funds for your down payment. Now I have pulled all of this from the FHA handbook, and that's why the wording on these is a little intense. So these ones that we have talked about so far would all fall into gift funds. And we'll walk through what that means in a second, but they are a great way to help with the amount of money that you need to put down for an FHA loan. Your other option is this last one, which is a governmental agency or public entity that has a program provided helping homeownership assistance to low and moderate income families or first-time home buyers. So this is fancy terminology for the first-time home buyer programs that you see advertised out there. So for down payment assistance, you would use this in conjunction with the FHA loan to bring the 3.5% down to the table. That can come from any of these sources, whether it's someone you know or one of these actual down payment assistance programs. So let's break down gift funds. These are funds that are given to you by a family member, your employer, a friend, or charitable organization. Now, here we go. Per the FHA handbook, if gift funds have been verified in the borrower's account, obtain the donor's bank statement showing the withdrawal and evidence of the deposit into the borrower's account. If the gift funds are not verified in the borrower's account, obtain a certified check or money order or cashier's check or wire transfer or other official check and bank statement showing the withdrawal from the donor's account. Basically, this means that if you get gift funds from any of those sources that we talked about, a family member, friend, charitable organization, the FHA loan is going to require that those funds that just came from any of those sources are sourced. This means that there are no strings attached to the money, that you will not be expected to repay the money, and these funds cannot be generated with proceeds from a non-collateralized loan. This video is full of big terminology. Basically, that just means that you can't use your credit card to get some type of cash advance and bring that money as your down payment. In addition to using gift funds, there are also down payment assistance programs out there that are available. These programs aid with home buying and can be combined with your FHA loan. So don't fall for the gimmick of seeing all these different ads about home buyer assistance programs. You're not going to buy the entire house through that program. But if you are already pre-approved for something like an FHA loan, oftentimes you can use those programs in conjunction with actually qualifying for your FHA loan. So when it comes to down payment assistance programs, these basically come in two different formats. They can be forgivable, or some of them need to be repaid. Now, there are four main types of down payment assistance programs that I will go through here. The first type of down payment assistance program is a grant that you never have to pay back. Sounds pretty good to me. This is awesome. If you can qualify for it, it's like free money that you can use as a down payment. In my experience dealing with first-time homebuyers that are using down payment assistance programs, this grant that you never have to pay back, it's pretty hard to qualify for. There are strict requirements, so you'll want to look into that. The second type of down payment assistance program is a second mortgage loan paid down over time. So this would be you taking out the FHA loan and then also taking out another loan that will pay your down payment. So you'll have technically two loans. And what that would look like is you would pay your normal mortgage payment and you would also pay another payment that would cover that down payment. You're basically just financing it out just like you would finance an iPhone. Now, the reason that I bring this up is because we do have one of these types of programs in where I am, Arkansas. And what they do is they have certain limitations. So for the program in Arkansas, you can finance your down payment out for 10 years, but they do promise you that the extra payment that would go towards paying off your financed down payment would never be more than $100 a month. That's just something to think about. If you are financing out your down payment too, don't freak out and think that it could be several extra $100 a month. Usually they try to keep those extra payments pretty low and reasonable. The third down payment assistance program available is another second mortgage loan, but that is paid back when you sell. So you wouldn't be making any monthly payments on this at all until you sell your house. And ideally by that point, you have enough equity built up in your home so that the equity that you will be getting out can pay off your FHA loan as well as pay off that down payment loan. And then you just get what the proceeds that are left. That's also a good situation to be in. And the last type of down payment assistance program that is widely available is a second mortgage loan that is forgiven over a certain period of time. So you would have the second mortgage for the down payment financed out as well. But let's say if you've lived in your house for 5 years, the second mortgage, the financed out down payment, would be forgiven and you would not have to pay it back. So 4 different unique options, and these are all great. There's not one that's necessarily better than the other. So if you are struggling to come up with down payment, don't feel like you have to technically wait to buy a house. If you meet the criteria to qualify for an FHA loan and coming up with those funds is your only obstacle to home ownership, down payment assistance may be something to explore. So how can you get help? I would always recommend that you talk to your friends and family about your home ownership goals. Until you voice what you are actually considering doing, There may be people around you who are willing to help, but they don't know that it's your plan to get out of renting and buy a home soon. So that would be the first thing. If you can and do have the ability to source money for your down payment from your friends, your family, your employer, that would be a great way to go because there's no repayment on that and you're not paying interest on that borrowed money. If that is not an option for you, discuss down payment assistance with your lender. Now, not all lenders that handle the FHA loan are going to handle down payment assistance. So if you are working with a lender who has already pre-approved you for your FHA loan, don't feel like you are stuck with them or that you can't have any down payment assistance. There are lenders out there that handle both and will be able to advise you. So if you think that you would benefit from pairing down payment assistance in one form or another with your FHA loan, I recommend that you check out down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. And if you have any questions about the FHA loan and how down payment assistance might work with it, leave me a comment and I will happily respond to it as soon as possible.